welcome to the Business World HR Excellence Award. And it's my pleasure to be here and speaking on the topic of organizational growth and productivity and best practices that organizations can actually bring in to enhance that in today's time. I'm Anjali Raghuvanshi, Chief People Officer at Randstad India. And let me straight take you into the topic. So before I get into what are the best practices that organizations can really deploy today in the new world or the new normal as we call it, let me first of all ask you across the board, across organizations and across strata of employees, if you were to ask one question that really makes an employee give his or her best in today's time, what would that be? There are several factors that actually trigger or motivate an employee to come and give their best, but unanimously, one factor that really drives an employee is the question around the why, the purpose of the employee, and the reason he or she exists in the organization. Why is the possibility of a how? And I truly believe in this because unless and until we explain to an employee why is it that his or her role is so critical in the organization, there is no way that an employee can really contribute their best. And this is where, to me, making work meaningful becomes a very, very critical aspect in today's time. And what is making work meaningful? And why is it that I am harping so much on the why? Think of your day-to-day work, and when you really are on a Sunday evening, motivating yourself to come back to work on a Monday, what is it that will drive you to come back all energized, all excited on a Monday? It's the purpose, it's the role, it's the thing that you drive within the organization. So it's not just about the organizational goal, it's about the you. You becomes very, very important in today's world where people are working from anywhere, where people are working from their home, from a cafe, from an office, and even a hybrid workforce reality. So the more and more an organization drives the purpose behind a person's existence, the more you will see that organizational growth and productivity will be driven. Just to talk about making work meaningful, why is it so critical in today's time and why is it so important? As I said before, what triggers an employee? I mean, as I was mentioning, there are several factors. Let's say somebody is really looking at the compensation that drives them to come to work. Someone is looking at the learning opportunities that are there at work, and someone is really looking at the colleagues, the camaraderie that they have built at the work makes them really feel belonging into the organization and wants to come to work. There are several factors, but today a challenge that an organization faces is how do you make each employee feel that there is something that they can look forward to as they come into the work. And this is where I think making work meaningful becomes so critical. Personalizing the workspace to an employee's needs is one of the biggest challenge and also one of the biggest opportunity an organization has today. And how do you drive that in the organization is something that I will share with you in the subsequent slides. But I'll again bring you back to the question of the why. So why it can be driven in many ways in the organization. But unfortunately, many organizations, the mistake that we do is that we constantly only talk once in a year about the why of the organization. We do not make the message coherent or consistent throughout the year in the organization. Largely, organizations have an annual kickoff event or an annual sales event, and then they speak about, okay, what is the objective? What's the strategy for the year that we are driving? And that's about it. But the need of today's time, especially with a work from anywhere culture, is that you actually drive it throughout the year in a very consistent and a very coherent manner. And some of the practices I would like to share, which we have been actually working on in the organization and has really worked in our favor tremendously in driving growth and productivity. You start your year with driving the strategy across the organization through an annual sales event, but it's very important that you cascade it through the year. So at Randstad, for example, we have a culture of having a town hall every month. Now, what is the town hall actually doing? The town hall not just gives leaders an opportunity to speak about the strategy, the goals of the business, it also gives an opportunity to an employee to ask questions around it. And that actually makes it a dialogue. And once it becomes a dialogue, it's not just the leadership driving something, it's becoming a common goal for the entire organization. So very important to drive this. And this also makes it consistent when you do it month on month. It's not about just sharing and then forgetting about it. Then there is something called a True North. Now, these True North initiatives, what the organization does is it actually shares the strategic pillars of the organization. And these, after they have been shared, they get cascaded through quarterly and monthly meetings across the organization. So they are not left at one side and then kind of it fizzles out, through the year. So this becomes a very key initiative to ensure that employees are glued to the goals of the organization. And you just don't speak about the goals of the organization throughout the month and the quarter, but you speak about how can an employee contribute into that. If you do that on a very regular and consistent basis, you'll actually start seeing a certain behavior coming out of your employees, that is understanding the goal and then aligning their activities around the goals of their own goal and then the organizational goals. And this will definitely give you results in terms of really driving the growth and productivity measures, because I'm so aligned, I'm so aware of what's going around me, I'm able to contribute better. So to me, this is one of the most important thing, which is very simple. Anybody would say, yes, you start with a why, but very difficult to drive in an organization to explain the why to your employees. So start doing it and you will actually start seeing a very clear behavior demonstrated by your employees of aligning to the larger organizational goals, thus driving growth and productivity within the organization. Now, while I speak about that, one of the things that we actually have learned and realized within the organization is that there is a formula in driving productivity, and the formula is safety plus engagement is equal to productivity. So, why safety? As you all know, of course, 2020 kind of really shook us all in terms of our health, our fitness, and of course, mental well being as well. And what we realized is that it is very important for organizations to prioritize the safety of their employees. So safety comes first, whether it is your feeling mentally safe, physically safe. And also I know a lot of people like right now listening may have questions. Okay, fine, safety, you can drive for an organization which is allowing you to work from home. What about people who are still operating in physical premises? Exactly. And I understand that point. But the thing is, if you are driving safety of your employees, it doesn't matter where they work, wherever they are working, ensure that the right protocols are put. Once that taken care of and you work on making the work much more engaging for your people, the result will always be highly productive organization. If you go back and look at in 2020, all the organizations who actually had much more productive employees, not just because they were working from home, but also the way those organizations drove culture throughout in 2020. So very critical, safety first, add it with engagement, and you get a productive environment in your organization. Here at Randstad, some of the best practices that I would like to share with all of you listening today is in terms of 4 key areas which unanimously you will see will work in any organization along with ours. Number 1 is to make work meaningful for people. When I say making work meaningful, as I was beginning the conversation, I spoke about the why, I spoke about the learning, the compensation, rewards, recognition. All of these elements put together really make work meaningful. It goes like a bar graph. For someone, learning might be the highest motivation, whereas for someone else, it might be recognition, which is the highest motivation. Whatever might be your trigger, as long as I am able to give that opportunity to you in the organization, you are going to feel fulfilled and you're going to feel engaged. So look at creating meaningful engagement for each employee around fun, around learning, around recognition. Peace of mind. In 2020, what we realized is that you can be productive only if you have the peace of mind. And peace of mind comes from, of course, that you are safe, you do not have a worry and a fear of contracting the virus. And at the same time, you have the financial support to deal with any unforeseen incident occurring in your life. And you feel that you can actually come to your work without really being judged. I think these 3 elements have come out where an employee feels, yes, when there's nothing playing on my mind, all I'm doing is focusing on my work. So organizations will have to see how you can assist your employees in difficult times. How do you ensure that an employee is able to bring their true self forward every day to work without getting judged about who he or she is and what their affiliation or alignments are? at the same time giving them the flexibility to operate from wherever they want to operate also is a big peace of mind for an employee today. I think as long as we kind of take care of these aspects, you will see that your employee will leave their worries aside and will focus on their work. You will see more of presenteeism and less of absenteeism from your employees. The second aspect is about the emotional wellness. A lot has been spoken about it, in several webinars, that why mental well-being is suddenly becoming a very critical aspect in everyday workplace. I think it's very important to take mental well-being at the top of your employees as well as your leaders' mind. And how do you do that is by ensuring that you're creating conversations around it, vanishing the taboos around being judged of speaking about the concerns around emotional and mental wellness. So this is something that as an organization we have been driving, and if you do that, you will actually see that more and more people will speak about it and will get the right support that they need at the right time. And if you feel that maybe they are not comfortable speaking to people within the organization, create platforms where they can go and speak and do not have the fear of getting judged. And last but not the least is the physical fitness. Yes, I think while it is our individual responsibility to drive our own physical fitness lifestyle changes, as an organization also you can do a lot by messaging around it. For instance, for Randstad, Paul himself is somebody who believes in fitness, and he ensures that he drives that in every leadership conversation. And today fitness has become a thing that we all speak about, and there could be different ways. I mean, I may love to walk, someone else may love to work out, but the point is we are all doing our bit to ensure that we stay fit, because the more physically fit you are, the more mentally fit you would be, and then you'll be able to really do and bring productivity at work, because happy mind is equal to productive mind. And while it may sound like a cliche, it's a truth and we cannot ignore it. So see what you can do in terms of as an organization to really drive these things, and you will see a productive employee. So for us, these four things have worked very well, which is meaningful engagement, peace of mind, emotional and physical well-being. You could look at what works the best for you, but to me, I think unanimously it is something that can work across the organizations. And as I was saying, wellness at Randstad, I mean, just to share, and I'm very proud to share that we've been recognized among the top 10 best employers for health and wellness. And that's why I think it would be a great opportunity to speak with you in terms of what is it that makes really an organization focused on wellness and makes your employees productive. I think three elements that have come out is be kind to your body, as I spoke about physical well-being. Be kind to your mind. It's about emotional and mental well-being. And be kind to your spirit. And that goes about the fun that you're having in life. Especially working from home can at times get very monotonous. And you may get a bit isolated from the rest of the world, as well as from the rest of the organization. So how are you as an organization ensuring that your employees are with you and you are part of their journey? So you have to launch initiatives, bring things that makes an employee feel that yes, fun hasn't gone out of work just because I've gone out of office. And you have to continue this even when you become a hybrid workforce, which means while some of your people are sitting in office and some are sitting from home or working from anywhere, they should not feel that they both have been separated, but they should feel that they are coming together. So being kind to your spirit is a lot about creating fun, celebration, and engagement across the organization while you are operating in a very, very different environment now. A couple of things, I mean, this can of course change for different organizations, but looking at fitness challenges, having happy and healthy vlogs from your employees talking about their own mantras of how they drive lifestyle changes, health in their life. I spoke about financial assistance, and I spoke about the peace of mind. So, of course, giving them the right insurance, giving them the right assistance when the family goes through some difficult times. And we do see a lot of people, along with their families, at times get COVID affected. And how do we as organization help them come out with challenges? And of course, ergonomic benefit. I mean, we are all operating from home. We need the right chairs and the tables to operate, right? So these are some things we've done, and these are some things you can follow as well in your organizations to drive fitness and to drive the right behaviors, like having the right postures while working in the organization. being kind to your mind. I mean, we've partnered with Your Dost. I'm sure many organizations have partnered as well with a third party to ensure that mental well-being and emotional well-being is taken care of. But I think we have to go beyond that. It's not just signing up with a partner, but it's about making that conversation so very so many times in the organization. For instance, you should be able to talk about it with your manager, that what's bothering you and how can you really bring your best self to work, and how can you have those conversations. So we drive that in the organization by bringing mental wellness to the top of our minds of our leaders and our employees. So conduct webinars, create conversations to let people know that it's okay to come and discuss the situations that you may have in your personal life, which might be stopping you from bringing your best self in your professional life. And so that's a very helpful way of leading your employees as well. And I always believe, as I said, happy mind is equal to productive mind. So how do you help people be able to bring their best self to work? That's something driving can definitely make you a much more productive organization as well. And as I said, be kind to your spirit, right? I mean, it's so very important to create fun at work. And throughout 2020 as well as in 2021, we at Randstad have ensured that people don't forget fun at work. And of course, the medium is virtual now because you can't be in office, but technology has really given us platforms that can bring us together as well. And in fact, our employees now feel that we are far more connected to them than we were in the physical space. So driving fun at work initiatives like Randstad's Got Talent, Randstad Radio, and having family time are some ways we drive a lot of fun element at work. And these are open to employees. So you feel you have the time, you feel you want to be part of it, you come on board and you do it. There shouldn't be any force and compulsion, and people should be allowed to choose whichever platform appeals to them the most. So I think that voluntary bit is also working in favor of the organization. Otherwise, in the physical space, we were pushed. I mean, whether we like it or not, we had to be part of a certain celebration, which is not the case in a very virtual format as well. And as we speak about that, at an organization, finally, it's all about the outcome, right? We all want to know that, okay, fine, you're doing all of this, but how is it that it's driving the right things within the organization? So we've noticed that, by driving and doing all of this, we actually took our engagement level several notches up in the year 2020, and it continues to be so even in the year 2021. And I'm very proud to say that we are a twice in row GPTW Great Place to Work certified organization, and we've even made our name in the best employers for health and wellness. And this doesn't come easily, right? You have to drive a lot of behaviors starting from the leadership levels to your employees to ensure that right engagement levels are created within the organization. And this is not, while I've shared the engagement scores over here with all of you, this has a clear impact on the business outcomes as well. And it clearly shows in the growth and productivity that we as an organization have seen, because you cannot separate the two elements, and one does not exist without the other. So while engagement is something important to drive, and it gives us a lead indicator because we do it very frequently every month, and it's a survey that runs for 3 weeks, so I can go live and see how my employees are reacting to things that have been launched in the organization. I also clearly see the impact that it drives in the business growth and productivity. So these two elements go hand in hand, and many research have proven that when you are a highly engaged organization, you are a highly productive and an organization that's driven towards performance, profitability, and growth. So this is something, it's a proven mantra from our end. So just to kind of summarize in terms of things that I have spoken about so far is number one, always answer the why for your employees, and not just once, but do it throughout the year in a coherent and a very consistent manner. Second thing is, design your engagement in a way that it appeals to your employees. So personalize the elements of engagement for your employees, from meaningful engagement to peace of mind to emotional wellness and physical wellness of your employees. When you do all of that and you create a holistic package, your employees are going to really take on to it and then start really showing the right results, you will see demonstration of the right behaviors, the elements of right culture coming into your organization. And needless to say, these are all to be driven at all levels. No one level, if you drive it with, will give you the results. So if you say, I'll only be talking to my employees and create awareness, it won't give the results unless leadership has a buy-in and leadership is driving it as much as you are driving it as an HR function, because all of us have to work in a very collaborative way to really drive that kind of element within the organization. And with that, I would like to say a thank you to Business World, and also a big thank you for all of you to listening to the conversation so far that I've had. And I hope you definitely drew some nuggets that you can go and drive the right engagement within your organization. Thank you.